So, good morning. Welcome back to the cult. And today we're talking to Carol.Finance. Bean is here to tell us all about it. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
Morning. Doing great. I'm stoked to have a word with you about Carol, about the upcoming features, anything that might worry your mind about Carol, any queries. We're here to tackle them.
Excellent. So, I guess the first question is, why don't you tell me about the team a little bit? Tell me about yourself. Who else is on the team? Break down the duties for me, and then we'll go from there, sir.
Sure. I'm one of the co-founders and cores at Carol. We got an 11-person team. We are an anonymous team for privacy reasons and security reasons, but that doesn't stop us from delivering great products and great staking solutions for the community, as the track record shows. I'm on the founding team. I'm one of the co-founders. We got our marketers, we got our research stuff, we got our designers, obviously. We got our smart contract developing guy, our tech lead, with multiple years in specifically coding and Solidity, and specifically being focused on staking solutions, either it's on BNB or Ethereum or any layer 2. We got that guy. So I myself come from more of a market research background and constantly researching what staking solutions are out there contributing to the team. In this regard, I came into crypto in 2017 with mining, with Bitcoin, Ethereum. Kind of was fascinated about everything that comes with blockchain and distributed ledgers and stuff. I've been mostly focused on staking solutions for most of my career with the team. We've been together for a long time. As I mentioned, got a track record of launching successful staking solutions along the years. So something like that.
What other projects have you guys worked on that I might have heard of, or rather we might have heard of?
Yeah, we kind of we are an anonymous team, but those people that are that work with us, the KOLs, the communities, I would say that if you know, you know. We prefer not to, not to share, not to share too much. But those people who know us from back then, they basically know what we can deliver and are going to deliver with Carol. Let alone the fact that Carol features multiple innovative, from the staking standpoint, mechanics for liquidity management and buybacks and stuff. So I would leave it at that.
Have you guys worked together on multiple projects together, or is this particular ensemble, is it your first rodeo together, kind of? Or that's what I'm trying to figure out, like what kind of working dynamics the team has right now.
Yes, we've been together for a long time. All the cores, I would say, all the cores that make decisions on staking, make decisions on tokenomics, allocations, all the mechanics. We, the cores, been together for a long time, and we, see eye to eye, I would say, on what we are going to do next.
Okay, so tell me, I'm always curious about the workings of teams more so than the mechanics, because crypto is crypto. It's fairly easy for me to grasp that stuff. But let's if we can stay on the team section for a little bit there. How do you, walk me through a typical day at Carol.Finance's team? How do you guys coordinate? How do you put out fires? How do you brainstorm? How do you guys communicate? Are you doing it in person? Is there monthly meetings? Is there weekly meetings? Walk me through your team, your workflow.
Yeah, so it's daily grind. We are all from the same location, so we kind of work in a studio kind of apartment format.
Oh,
We are all, yeah, we basically see each other's faces. The marketing team obviously brainstorms the ideas and what's next, uh, like in their circle, and the devs, our tech lead, manages the other devs that are, but yeah, generally it's a working environment where we have no walls and we can communicate instantly with each other, and yeah, throw each other some ideas and instantly have a whiteboard, visualize everything. Yeah, it's a very you know friendly and, yeah, I would say tight knit um, atmosphere when where we're, yeah, basically we're all together.
very cool. Okay. All right. So tell me about the inception of Carol.Finance. What was the original idea? And we'll go from there.
Sure, I remember, yeah, speaking about that several times when we, like, since we launched Carol, but yeah, we've been um, researching and waiting for the market to warm up a little bit, even though we launched uh, a little over, a little more than, I guess, 2 months ago, and the, like, prospects for uh, the market warming up were there, but that was the period when, all the Bitcoin ETFs were like up and down. Now it's now it's here, in a second it's gone, and Bitcoin is choppy and goes from 23 to 28 and back to 25. So it was a very tumultuous period that we launched in, but this basically gave us the opportunity to test out Carol, with little liquidity that we had back then, that it works, that the mechanics work, that it's sustainable, that it can go through this choppy market like that. And now that we are at 34K with Bitcoin, 1800 for Ethereum, it's going great. And Carol, yeah. So basically, my point, what I'm driving at, is that we tested out the platform itself was tested out amid a much worse market conditions that we have right now. Yeah, but going back to why we launched Carol, yeah. So tying it back to us being, very enthusiastic, and having all our expertise in staking solutions, we were, mulling this thought, creating new mechanics, waiting for the market, testing out something. Yeah, Carol, by the way, is features like brand new mechanics. We didn't fork it too much. We wanted to do some like entirely new thing with new mechanics, put it on base. Yeah, one of the factors why we chose base is because obviously this was a shiny new blockchain. We saw our community winning, the project winning, if we jump on base, because all the hype, all the liquidity wants to go there. So we saw our stakers winning. Um, if we launch on base, and we ended up launching on base, this was a kind of nice timing for us to launch. Yeah, so the stars aligned, like in a way like that, and so we launched.
Okay. So what does Carol Protocol do? It looks like it's a staking platform. Um, let's see. Yeah. Give me
Yes.
the
So
basics. What
Carol,
is it?
yeah,
Go on.
with Carol, yeah. I'm sorry, man. Sorry to cut you off. With Carol, you put your Ethereum to work, and otherwise, like Ethereum that would lay in your wallet with no interest, dripping on that, or very little annual income, as you get with like standard staking solutions at 4 to 5, percent per year. You basically put your Ethereum to work. We are a stacking machine for your Ethereum to be working for you while it sits in your wallet, because the meta right now and the most logical and rational thing with Ethereum right now is to either it's basically to hold it, but it's in like the thing is how you hold it, whether it's just uh, lying, you know, with no action at all, or it works for you in a much more exciting way than your conventional staking solutions. So yeah, if I was to sum up Carol for you in a short sentence, it's basically a machine that puts your Ethereum to work for you and stacks it for you while you are going about your daily business.
Okay. And what do you do with the funds in the background? Are you doing anything with it? Are you loaning it out? What's happening there?
It's all in the trading peer fees that the yields, basically the rewards, are where the rewards are generated. The smart contract holds the entire liquidity. The team, as admins, as you know, as owners, don't have access to that because it's all in the non-custodially held by the smart contract of the Carol protocol. Yeah, it's not going anywhere besides the smart contract and the liquidity pool in base swap and all the buys and sells, all the trading fees generated. Besides that, none.
Okay. And your token is a little different than most, right? There's no I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Carol, you have to mint Carol. There's no actual. Can you actually trade Carol? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's the part I still don't understand about it.
All right, so yeah, that's a very good question that I enjoy actually giving an answer to. The Carol token is not your typical token in the way that it's not, freely traded, I would say, in the wild. And we did it because Carol token is instrumental to your Ethereum working for you. And we wanted to protect our investors. We wanted to protect stakers from any, token snipers, if you will, MEV bot raids and stuff when, one person or a couple, actors go and pump and dump the token, regardless of its actual utility, what it does for a project. Yeah, we have like multiple, dummy tokens that you can pump and dump. Please go and do that with them. But with Carol, it's a tool. And in that we are protecting the users that are actually using our platform, that are staking with us, that are using Carol as a tool to put their Ethereum to work with it. And yeah, so basically you can get Carol by bonding your Ethereum with Carol, and by staking and then selling for Ethereum. Once again, when you cash out your returns, it's all in Ethereum. Carol gets burned right away when you cash out, when you claim your Ethereum. So yeah, that's my answer. That's basically my answer to your question
So
about Carol.
the supply is elastic then, right? Is there what's the total supply right now? Can you give me can you give me a rough estimate? And
I would.
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. We recently burned, if I'm not mistaken, 5 million Carol that was claimed. So that's one thing I wanted to put out right away, because that was an exciting event that happened
Okay.
recently. But with Carol, there is never too much Carol in circulating supply, just because there is always this ratio of bonded Carol and staked Carol, and the Carol besides the the promotional allocation that we have for different purposes. for growing our community, for influencer partnerships and stuff. There is never too much Carol out there. When if we talk supply dilution, because it's always bonded, it's always it's burned when it's claimed, and yeah, so you have that scarcity with Carol because of it being intrinsically it being integral to the staking machine that Carol features.
So there's like if you can't actually trade Carol, right? It's just the bonding, unbonding. That's about it, right? That's what I mean.
Yeah, you actually trade it in a way that the smart contract does that for you when you bond your Carol. If you launch Dex tools, for example, or Dex Screener, you will see that there's a constant flow of small purchases and sales and all the liquidity management and fee generation. So the smart contract does trading for you, and it does it in a responsible way and in a way that, yeah, basically you have your staking working for you with no, malicious actors, some, YOLO people just basically pumping and dumping. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. And what? Tell me about the DAO. You were mentioning the DAO
Oh, yeah. So,
in our GMs. Tell me about that.
yeah, cool. Thank you for this opportunity. I will actually share my screen in a couple secs. So basically, yeah, we announced, like we did our previous AMA, and we announced that we are working on this DAO functionality. And yeah, it's in the works. It's in the final stages, and basically, we are building a snapshot for the Carol community. Yeah, and it's gonna work in unique ways, unique to Carol and our community. Yeah, if I may, I'm gonna share my screen right now with you and
Yes, please.
go and open up this. Yeah, hopefully it's yeah, it shows. It's there. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. So with DAO functionality, I will list a couple defining features right away. So right now we have multiple people. Most of the people are bonding and staking with Carol, and as long as you have 25,000 Carol equivalent, to Ethereum that you put in, you are going to have access to the DAO functionality. So you basically can open up the platform and create a proposal about Carol, about what you wanted to do next, and like it's obviously towards us as a team and the community that's going to vote on your proposal. The quorum is 51%, the now the most widespread DAO acceptance threshold. Actually, I for some reason I can hear myself, and it kind of messes up my with my ears. I can speak. Oh yeah, now it's fine. So yeah, basically there is this 51% quorum, and it's going to be variable depending on the reasonability check with the team. If it's about some less fundamental things, it's going to be 51%. It's if it's about more serious, up to smart contract changes for Carol, the acceptance threshold is going to be a little more. But most importantly, you're going to create a proposal, you're going to put it out there, and the community is going to vote on it. What I would like to mention more about that is that it's going to be instrumental to our grants fund and grants, basically to Carol grants. If you, as a staker, as a community member, hold enough Carol tokens, you can propose this, start up this project or that for a Carol grant from the Carol grant fund. We are going to provide multiple utilities to the DAO functionality besides your own imagination about what you would like to propose on Carol. I would say that you can create a proposal for
how much do you need to be able to qualify the proposal to introduce a proposal?
If you stake or bond or both over 25,000 Carol, equivalent to the ETH that you put in, you get your Carol for like you get equivalent Carol for the ETH that you bonded. So if your Carol is over 25,000, you are going to be able to participate in Carol DAO. All right, so I would say that you could create a proposal for a community collaboration if you see a project, if you have your startup, or you see a promising project that Carol could benefit from. Obviously could create such a proposal as a Carol staker and decide on that.
Are you going to be investing in these protocols, or what are you going to be doing with these protocols?
This will, let me stop sharing my screen for us. Yeah, cool. So I'm done with my presentation, with my little presentation of the GUI of DAO. It's going to depend on what it's going to depend on the substance of the proposal. If we just want to participate in a collaboration with a protocol, or if we want to invest in their token, for example, there is going to be an allocation for that with the Carol community, and we're going to decide. So basically, my answer is it's going to depend on the substance. It's going to depend on what's in the proposal.
All right. What about contract audits? Have you guys had your contracts checked, and who's doing them? The checking?
Oh, for sure. We are audited, and we are audited several times. The last audit was actually recently and done by the Spywall team. We use this audit as the main audit to put out there, but we've been audited multiple times by now. The last one is by Spywall.
Okay. I already bonded. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
I already bonded some. Can you walk me through the staking part?
All right. So, is it your first time, or are you a savvy user of Carol? All right. So
I am.
I'm sorry.
I'm a virgin, sir.
All right. Let me walk you through then. Never been this excited. So, all right. we are opening up our bond page. Can you do that for me, sir?
I already did the bonding. I already have.
So, let me walk you through what happens when you bond. Because you bonded, but you are not in too deep on the mechanics. You bond and you pair your Ethereum with a corresponding amount of Carol tokens, but the Carol tokens that you get is plus 30%. So you basically your 30% ROI, monthly ROI. So if we look at that this way, it's 30%. So it's roughly 1% per day. And your ROI is already included in the amount of tokens, in the amount of Carol that you get. Next up, you can, so you don't have to stake with Carol. If you want to bond, you can just bond for 30% ROI. you can wait for your bond to mature for 30 days and then claim your rewards. If you want more, you go and you stake your bond. So you basically, this 30% ROI is included in the amount of Carol that you get, and you go and stake. To
Okay.
stake, you need to pair it with the corresponding amount of Ethereum, and then the daily percentages that you get are going to, you have them on your screen in the right part um, of your display. Yeah,
Okay, so
and from that,
it's gonna be 3.1%. Okay.
yeah, your personal one, your personal is 3.11. It's made up from various different things. You get your base, you get your base percentage, which is always 2%. You never go lower than that. You have your liquidity bonus, which depends on the amount of TVL that the protocol has at any given moment. The more the TVL, the more you get rewards, which is quite logical. The hold bonus, next up is the hold bonus, is you basically are rewarded for keeping your tokens, keeping your bonds, your Ethereum with the protocol, contributing to its TVL, contributing to its growth and stuff. You are never limited in any way from claiming your rewards, but you are obviously, we as a team have this mechanic and see it as a very logical thing to do. You basically, your hold bonus is going to grow as long as you don't withdraw liquidity. Once you do, your hold bonus is going to be reset to zero, and you are going to start from from the very beginning. And your personal bonus is solely depends on the amount of Ethereum that you're staked with Carol. It's obviously going to grow with TVL that you bring to the protocol.
Okay. So based on my screen here, I have 5937 Carol, blah blah blah. And it would take 120 in ETH to bond it. No, to stake it, right?
Stake, because you already bonded your Ethereum with the bonding feature.
That makes it kind of weird. So you bond your ETH, you bond your ETH to make Carol, and then you bond the Carol to more ETH to make more Carol? Is that kind of like
You shouldn't look at this as Carol earning, because Carol is instrumental, as I mentioned, to your Ethereum gains. Once you
Mhm.
claim your rewards, you don't get it in Carol. That's why you don't earn Carol per se. You earn Ethereum, because once you claim your Ethereum, the Carol that was put to work alongside Ethereum is burned.
Okay. And so okay, so I see over here that you can bond it for 5, 10, 20, 30 days. And then you take it over here, one step further, you can stake it. I don't see any time periods here. What happens if you don't, do you have to unstake it within the 30 days or whatever you bonded it at? Do you just leave it there? What happens? What do you do after that?
All right, man. So the staking mechanic is not time dependent. With
Okay.
bonding, you always have your hard uh, maturation date, which is 30 days from the moment you stake. With staking, it will solely depend on how much daily percentage you have. So the staking rewards are capped at 150% ROI. So you
Okay.
can do your math basically with 3% daily, as you have on your screen right now. And so we multiply it by how much? I guess 30, about 30 days, and that's when you going to hit your 150%. And from then on, you can either claim it, you can claim your 150 ROI right away.
Hmm.
So you're gonna sell your Carol for Ethereum, you're gonna burn it, or you can rebond it. So you basically go and put your 150 ROI back into the system and go and multiply and multiply and multiply.
since the first part is time based, if you do the second part, you bond for 30 days and then you stake for like, you keep it in there for 60 days. Is there any reason to unstake, unbond, to unstake? Is there any
Yeah,
reason to
all
go
right.
back those two
Unbond
steps
and
to
unstake.
rebond again for another 30 days? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the play there? How do I'm trying to figure out how that works in.
All right, man. When you stake your bond, you lock in your 130% into staking. And from then on, the maturation date for your bond is gone. You don't need to claim your bond in 30 days because you already put it in staking and you are earning 150 on your 130 from bonding, if that makes sense.
Okay, that part makes sense. Now, can I, if I, okay, so once you stake it, it negates the time, right? So the time doesn't matter anymore. If you
Correct.
unstake it, does it reinstate the time? That's what I don't get.
No, it's look, man. If you lock in your bond into staking, and that's where the mechanics are going to play out. You can forget about bond because you already did it. You already got your deferred purchase of what like that includes that 130%. You
Okay, 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 okay. So it's
you
like
can go.
you're completely you have the first option of just sticking with 30 days, or you can skip the 30 days, move to step two, and step two, you just play there for however long you want, but it negates step one. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you're basically right. But when we talk staking, you are capped at 150% for obvious reasons because this would be an abuse of the system and the whole mechanics would not work. It's like 150 is there for a reason and it's very fine tuned and there is a reason why it's capped at 150. You can't abuse the system that's putting your ETH to work for you because this skews all the math and stuff. With bonding, so you have two routes with Carol. You can either bond for 30 days and be done with it, which is less ROI, but a fixed maturation date. Or you can bond and go stake. This bond, you take this whole 130% and you put it in staking, and you play with a different mechanic. And now you are not, you have no time boundaries, but you have your maximum ROI boundaries, which is 150.
Okay, I think I get it. Okay.
Right.
So
That's it.
walk me through this. If you see my screen, I have the
I
59
know.
blah 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 Carol. Can you see it?
Yes, sir. I do.
So all I need to do now at this point is just stake, right?
Yes, you are correct.
All right. So I did that. Okay. And then, uh, and then
Then
what?
your stake is activated. Yeah, hopefully, we're gonna see it. You can scroll down. You can scroll down, and you're gonna see your
If
stake active. And from then on, you are going to enjoy steady daily income. You can see it in real time if you scroll up a little bit in the section where you can claim this
okay.
amount 320 312 excuse me 63 is going to grow bit by bit, and you can sell, you can claim your Ethereum at any point. Yeah, it became
Okay.
67.
So
Looking back very soon.
so do I have to? I don't necessarily have to do any after this part. I don't really have to do anything every day, right? I could just come back every couple of days, decide to sell or whatever. Is there any penalties for selling every day? Should I be rebonding? Is there like different strategies? What's the point of rebonding? Like, because you said it's capped at 150. Will that increase the balance? Does that mean a different 150?
All right. So if we talk about any penalties, there are none. The only
Okay.
penalty you get is that you lose your whole bonus because that's the whole mechanics of it, to reward you with a fraction of a daily percentage for just holding and multiplying your ETH. When you hit 150, you have two routes to go down. Is either to sell and claim your rewards, which is one logical step, or to go and rebond. But now you're going to rebond not the 130 that you put in, not the 150 that you put in. It all compounds into your rewards, and you're going to, put this like much larger principle into bonding, and yeah, you can repeat it over and over.
Okay. I think I get that. So, but going back to the question though, do I have to do anything every day? Do I have to do something every day in this, or what's
Yeah,
what do I go on?
with staking itself, there are no requirements for you to, put any buttons or I don't know, check for something. It's basically the staking that's been out there for a long time, but with much less exciting ROIs. If we talk Pendo, if we talk Lido, you don't need to do basically anything than to hold it there and see your APY as it's done there basically every day. If we talk about staking itself, it's basically the whole all the actions that you need to do, which is to bond or bond a stake and be enjoying your daily income. If we talk other mechanics, we obviously got a referral program and we got some community activities, but they're not, defining the staking in any way. Those are just nice additions that people use to earn some more passive income.
Okay, tell me about since you're on the subject, tell me about the incentive program, the referral thing. How does that work, sir?
Sure. So if we talk the referral program of Carol, you got your starter, level, which rewards you with 5% of any deposits that people do with Carol using your referral link. There are multiple levels that you can hop onto with the referral program. Yeah, you just open up the Kirek page that we need. When you amass, for example, 5 ETH, you climb on PV. Next step of the ladder, and you have 7% from people deposits, and this goes down like you are getting your rewards from 10 from 10 people deep. So the referral program is 10 levels deep, and you depending on your referral level, which is not the same as your structure, you get rewarded with percentages by the difference of people's levels. Is if that makes sense. That's a very intricate
Okay.
concept.
So I'm trying to compare it to other programs. So for example, with Drip, you know, it, everybody knows Drip, but with Drip, you needed a BREAP token, and it was based on how many BREAP tokens you needed to get to the 15 downlines, whatever, blah blah blah. But with yours, you don't have a secondary token to activate the incentives. It's a main token. There is no token actually. It's just based on your TVL, right? So
Yes.
based on the
Yes,
TVL that you have, your personal TVL in the platform determines how many levels deep you go. Did I get that right?
Yes, it's always 10 levels deep. The referral program is always 10 levels deep, but your percentage the percentage of your reward that you get from other people's deposits. It depends on your personal TVL and the TVL of the people that you referred. So there is no secondary token to unlock any any specific features of the referral program. It's all based on the TVL of you and your referred community.
Okay, so for example, for myself, since I put in, a hell of a lot less than 5 ETH, I'll be getting 5%, and it's 5% from all 10 levels. But if I increase my TVL, my percentage will grow, right?
It's not. It's 5% from your direct referral, and
Mm-hmm.
from look, let's imagine you are at level 4, which is 11%. Any person that you referred gives you 11% from any deposit that they do, and the people that they refer, you will get your rewards by the difference of the percentages, if that makes sense to you. So it's not always 5%, but it's by the difference. And in your interest is to obviously have to be on an advanced level than 5%, because the difference is going to cancel out their referrals rewards for you, if that makes sense.
I think so. Okay. And so what is okay with that, blah blah blah. Okay. That's easy. Um hmm. So what else do you think what else do you think is I'm still trying to wrap my head around the referral rewards, to be honest with you. It's keeping
Yeah,
me
it's
from that.
difficult. It's difficult to put into words if you don't have a blackboard, by your side, which is then becomes like a piece of cake. But yeah, we can use that.
Yeah, okay. All right. I think I get it. Let me open up the floor to questions from the audience in the meantime.
All
Um,
right.
Anybody have any questions? If you do, please raise your hands. There's already a couple of you that are unmuted. I think Ron, Crypto God, AP, DeFi Gardener. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If
Yeah,
not,
don't. Yeah,
DeFi.
I do have one.
All right, go
Is
for it.
is there any type of anti-well mechanic on
Oh
Carol?
yes,
Say there
Defi's.
was someone that they had 50 ETH and they were just going to deposit 50 ETH, and their whole objective was they don't care about the bonuses, they just want to drain the protocol. And is there a way that they can do that? Is there something set up to where that it can't be done? I don't know.
yeah, that's a good question. If we talk about, dumps, sudden dumps by big players in Carol, yeah, the very basic and boring answer is obviously the more liquidity Carol gets, the less price impact on Carol there will be. But the one of the most potent mechanics that we put into Carol specifically, that we didn't do with any other staking solution that we worked on, is the liquidity management smart contract that is going to instantly buy back the amount that's been dumped, and it's going to do that in a series of buys and sells, so as to even out any significant dumps that there might occur with Carol and with any bad actor. But I wouldn't even say that those are bad actors. Those might be genuine people that just wanted to leave Carol, and that's okay. Yeah, but as a point of reassurance for you, and to answer your question, the smart contract is going to buy back any dumps that might occur.
Mm. Vina wants to know. Did I answer your question, Crypto God?
Yes, it did.
Quick question from Vina that's posted in the room. It says, if you've accumulated Carol from daily divs, rebond half and then sell the other half, does your personal bonus reset to 0%?
When we talk about whole bonus, any sales are gonna set your whole bonus to 0. So if you had like 5 Carol, accumulated and you're gonna sell it, is going to set your whole bonus to 0. If you wait to 1,000 and then sell it, it's going to set your whole bonus to 0. Yeah, that's the whole mechanics of whole bonus.
Okay, cool. And this another question from Vina. How is the LMS funded and what is the current balance? Could this be put on the dashboard somewhere for investors to monitor?
I'm not sure I'm following the question though.
Maybe you can read it maybe I'm not. Okay, so how do you have a liquidity management system?
Yeah, all right. So yeah, that's the whole thing that I was talking about for a good chunk of our AMA. Okay. If we talk about liquidity management, the smart contract manages the liquidity on the base swap. The peer is managed solely by smart contract through a series of intricate buys and sells.
Yeah, that's what he's asking. He's asking if you can show it on a dashboard somewhere and what's the current balance of it right now.
The current balance is you can always access it via DEX tools or DEX screener. It's always out there. There is nothing that can be hidden on the blockchain. So
I get it. But can you tell me? I don't know how to do it. Can you tell me? Can you tell me
you can just open up DEX tools and just go to Carol to the Carol website and first copy the Carol token smart contract address. Go to stake. Yeah, you can pair address. You can copy it and paste it into DEX tools.
DEX tools is not working for me for some reason.
Try DEX screener then.
Let's go DEX. Yeah, and that opens. Is DEX tools blocking people based on their location? That's weird. That DEX tools is in. That's weird. It's not opening.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was shaky for me today too. So.
Okay, so market cap is 410K, and you have 822K, 32K liquidity. Is that right?
Exactly what it shows on the website. By the way, that's correct.
That's weird. Your liquidity is more than your market cap. What? Confusing to me. That confuses me. Explain that, please.
It shouldn't because it's bonded with ETH.
Oh, okay. Yes, thank you. I'm retarded. That makes sense. Thank you.
No man. That's okay.
Sorry. Okay, yeah, because it's half and half, you dumbass. Sorry. McAndrews wants to know, do I get 150% rewards also for rebonding and restaking while being already staked? Does every stake get a 150 in itself? Did that make sense?
So let's go through that flow once again. Let's imagine you created a bond, you got your 130, and you went and you staked it for 150. Obviously, you've waited for 150 to happen, and you claimed all your rewards. You claimed Ethereum from the smart contract. You burn your Carol, and now you have 150 on that worth 130 in ETH, in pure ETH. nothing but ETH. You go and you rebond, you pair it with more ETH, you get your Carol, 130 in Carol on that, return that you just made. You go into staking. Yeah, there's this multiplication process for you.
Okay, that made sense to me ish. This is complicated. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, if it's complicated, you can
This is one of the more complicated ones for me, and I don't know why. Normally, I get this stuff, but I get the gist of it.
But
And
you know,
me,
man,
I've got.
Yeah, please go on.
So is Carol only going to be exclusively a base chain type of protocol, or are you guys trying to explore other blockchains?
Yeah, thank you for this question, man. We got enough groundwork from the years prior, where we basically can deploy Carol on any chain, on any layer 2, on any EVM compatible chain in a matter of pretty fast, I would say. I would not put out any specific time frames, but it can happen real quick. But we need to first take and go do a temperature check with the community inside the team, analyze the environment on any chain that we would like to deploy on in the future. That's where the DAO functionality, by the way, is going to play out really well, because we are going to do a temperature check with our stakers that have over 25,000 Carol, where we should go next, what chain you see as the most promising for Carol. So just for the record, putting it out there that you can decide the fate through the DAO real soon, because we are thinking about that, and we have, as I mentioned, enough developments that we can make it happen real quick on the chain of choice.
Will there be any LP staking or single asset staking for Carol, probably earning more Carol, or possibly staking single staking Carol and earning ETH straight? I don't know.
That's a almost an impossible scenario, I would say. The Carol token should have multiple ways of its it should be a multiple pool token for us to be overconfident that we can let people stake Carol for ETH, because we should it's not off the table, I would say, but it's we should be very confident I would say that we're not, I would say, maybe decoupling from ETH but let's give Carol more fundamentals and more ways for it to be stable and predictable, I would say, before we do that, because this is not included in the tokenomics and in its whole role of being the tool to put your ETH to work. This would I would leave it at that.
Okay. So tell me about dev fees. How does your team get paid? What do your salaries come from, my friend?
Yeah, sure. As a team, we are at the outset of Carol in phase 2 until we got several mil and liquidity. We are obviously taking a little admin fee to fund what we are doing as a team. There are no allocations, any shady, things minted out, pre-minted for us to dump on eventually. We are incentivized as any person out there supporting Carol with this little admin fee that we take, which basically covers our day-to-day operations. We are developing, we're designing, we are spreading the word, participating in AMAs, showing you features, intending to engage our community in the DAO way for decision making. Yeah, so this goes like that.
Yeah, but how much? Where do you take the fees from? Like, where do the fees come from? Like, is it from when you bond? Is it from when you stake? Where, or is it from when you sell? Where, and what's the percentage?
It's from the liquidity pool trading fees.
Okay. So you get liquidity trading fees. So, okay. So then the percentage, there's no set percentage. Then it would vary depending on traffic.
Yeah, it's variable.
Whatever.
It's variable, but it's enough for us to continue operation at this point. And
Yeah,
the more TVL there is.
I'm a big fan of that stuff, especially knowing that you guys go to an office. I would imagine, you have bills and shit to pay, so I would imagine you guys would pay yourself bi-weekly or, just like a paycheck. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm a big fan of people getting paid because, the more you're incentivized to work, the less I have to worry about you,
stealing.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of dev fees. I'm not one of those people that are like, oh no, dev fees are bad. No, I don't expect you to code all this work for free. I don't, I'm in it for the technology, but I want money too. It's kind of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
in my eyes and the team's eyes, it's better than pre-minting something and then not even spreading it out, in some allocations, just dumping. And if the project lives, well, great, we made a lot of money and the project still, carries on. That's that's not our scenario.
Okay, so you guys get paid. Do you take any fees anywhere else in the ecosystem, or just the liquidity pool trading fees?
The fees will come with the ecosystem spreading out. When we build out our DEX, when we build out our bridge, when we build out our Carol credit system.
I get what you.
Yeah, so it's not about it. It's just generally speaking
No.
about fees because we are not.
I know it's not about the money. I'm not putting you on a hot seat, my friend. I just like knowing where these things are. I'm a big fan. I think anything around 10% is more than enough. I think that's great. Above that is a little too much, I think. But I think 10% developer fees, that's more than enough. That's fine.
It's not 10%. It's not 10% for us. It's less. It's variable, but it's always less.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I think anything above 10% is too much. That's what I mean. Up to 10%, I think is reasonable. I think above that is just like, But I digress. Any
You and your team
partnerships?
participate in Carol?
I'm sorry, man. Could you please repeat that?
Do you and your team participate in the Carol protocol yourself? Do you
Are you guys?
Yes,
staking?
we are big staking guys. We do.
And you guys put in your own money, or was
our
it allocated?
personal funds? We are participating in the system the same way our users do, our community does.
Okay. Good question, sir. I like that. Partnerships. Tell me about partnerships. Is there anything in the works? Do you have anything signed already? Are you talking to anybody? Have you talked to anybody? Tell me about partnerships.
Yeah, we are talking to DEXs. We are talking to EU protocols. I would not put any hard names out there just yet because this is not finalized. But we've been out there for up to 2 months right now, and we've been building trust with our community first before we even go and try and seek out partnerships with other names. We just been listed on CoinGecko. We're going to CoinMarketCap as a token, as a project that's out there and gets this screen time on those aggregators. But for us, we are in talks. We've been building trust with the community. We've been with our community, with the communities around the base chain, generally crypto staking industry. Again, I guess we did a decent job of that. And from here on, we could talk about partnerships, infrastructure partnerships. So that's my answer to you.
Okay. There's a question in the room from Egorov. It's confusing the hell out of me, but let me read it. Is there a way to calculate how we are able to receive the entire 150% of our stake within 37 days? Our first stake, 1 second, sorry. Perhaps you can look in the room, sir. It's a long one. I don't want to confuse you. Maybe you can look at it. Are you in the room, sir?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Yeah, it's the second to last question. And I'm dyslexic, so reading this entire wall is like...
Get it, man. No worries.
Yeah, is there a way to calculate how we are able to receive the entire 150% of our stake within 37 days? Our first stake... Your turn, buddy. You read it.
Just let me open it up.
Hey, DeFi Gardner, any questions for the man? I know you're a big fan of Carol.
I've seen. Shout out, man.
Yeah, he's here. There's been Carol's been out for a while, and it's been on my radar to look at, but there's just not enough time in the day. But a lot of the guys here have been asking me to to have an AMA with you guys because they wanted to know more. And I'm glad you guys took the time to come explain it to us. I kind of understand it now, but I think I'm gonna need to watch this a couple times. So I think I get it.
I guess I get the question, but it's confusing. The substance of it. If we talk about your daily percentage, it's not flat. It's progressive, and let's take the current situation. The TVL has been growing. Everything has been growing, and your daily income percentage has been growing. So everything has been growing, and you are not getting steady 3%. It's just bit by bit it increases. It gets to 3.1, 3.2, and that's how you get less days to hit that 150 than you had to at the start of staking, which was 37 days that you mentioned. All right, so it's not fixed. It's like the more you hold, the more bonus you get. The more TVL there is, the more bonus you get, and you progressively need less days to hit that 150 cap.
Mm. And Moonshot has a question. That you're unmuted, but you feel free to unmute yourself and ask the question, or I'll read it for you. Your choice, sir.
Hey guys, I'm over here at lunch trying to sneak in a question, but
hey man, shout out.
Yes sir. What's going on, man? How you been?
Yeah, it's been all good. All grinding, all spreading the word, all brainstorming. Yeah, just generally being in here at Carol all day, every day.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Because I know you guys are working hard. I'm extremely happy to be covering this project and being a part of it, a part of the journey. I was just thinking the other day about different protocols that's out that have their funds, and maybe like a partnership style treasury where, let's say, a project kind of like just off the top of my head, like Base Drip could take some of their liquidity and actually stake it into Carol and use those funds in their protocol. Maybe that could be something that could be great with Carol, where other projects are able to stake in there and have some special type of stake because they're a project where they could take a massive amount of like $100,000 or $500,000 and put it into Carol because they know that they're going to get that 150%. So I'm thinking, would that be something that the team is interested in order to like forge a partnership treasury pool? I'm not too sure what to call it.
It makes me think of
I get it.
stable fund kind of.
Please go ahead, man.
No, I was just saying that made me think of like stable fund or something like that, where they were doing where they had partnerships with treasuries. But yes, forgive me for interrupting the question. What's your answer, sir?
That's okay. That's actually a brilliant idea, and I guess we can all do it once again via our DAO feature. The base strip should see the magnitude of this idea that multiple people, maybe their own users who are also Carol stakers, ETH stakers on Carol. I should be careful about my my wording. So maybe even their people are big stakers in Carol that have over 25,000 Carol, and they see that their people have been participating in this proposal via the Carol DAO, and they see the interest basically. This is actually a brilliant idea, because we should not be about one-upping one another. We should be together, and we should grow together, and we should explore more profitability ways together. We should not try to sink each other, and having stakes in one another's protocols. Moonshot Max, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I like it. And then I like it. And then you guys could have maybe you guys can open a faucet and airdrop, because it is like a daily. They have their team options too. Maybe you guys can feed off each other somehow. I like that idea quite a bit. Good one, sir.
Yeah. Let's put it out there and let's remember it.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to talk to some people to see if they'll be interested in that idea. I think is a really right now DeFi is heading in a space where every project could help each other up. So why not leverage both of these type of projects in order for everyone to win? And with the influx of the liquidity that's coming in, Carol will constantly have the TVL. Everybody in Carol will constantly have a liquidity bonus that is high as well. So it's a win-win for everybody, I feel.
Yeah, this would be
Agreed.
something really cool to work with, like EMP too, because they have have all their partners. EMP, I can think of
Elephant Money
Elephant.
as well.
I was gonna say even Elephant. I can see. I'm trying to think if BT would do something like that. I don't know. He's polarizing. He might not do something like that, but I could see Base Strip. I could see EMP. I think AJ would go for something like that, because AJ is all about cooperation and partnerships. I love AJ. He's awesome. One of the coolest guys in the space. But I digress. Any other questions from the audience? Moonshot, anything else, sir?
Oh, no, thanks a lot, guys. I'm about to head back. I'm off for lunch. Thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you for stopping by,
Thank
sir.
you, Ben.
Yes, sir.
If there's no other questions from the audience, I'll ask my last few, and then we can let you go away. And then I'm sorry for grilling you. I know I asked you a bunch of dumb questions.
That's okay. That's actually those were really good questions.
Yeah, I don't have a script to ask questions, because every protocol is different. I can't ask the same, this question might not apply to, like, most of the questions I would ask other blockchains, I wouldn't ask, not blockchains, other projects, I wouldn't ask you because you're completely different from most things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
So
The only
give me,
question that I have
go on.
is, do it knowing the life of a lot of DeFi protocols, what is the Carol.Finance team? What is their thought process on how long Carol can sustain itself with the way that it's paying out and the amount of volume that it's getting in a day? Is it something that's planning to be here for the next few years, few months, or is it just going day to day based on how many people join?
It's not like that. It's a finely tuned machine. I would not ever say that we are going day to day based on who stakes what, because at this point, Carol is independent from this thought process. We should not even tie it exclusively to staking protocols. Anything that has no daily volume and no people joining it is doomed to slow and painful death. But anything. But yeah, if we talk about how Carol is designed, I remember mentioning it in the previous AMA. There is a reason you stay for 30 days and not less, not more, because we've been through alpha and beta testing with it, using our personal funds at first, beta testers that join us, with a specific amount of liquidity, a small amount of liquidity. We tested it out, back and forth, and 30 days was enough even in the choppy market to give you the returns that you get right now. This will be the Carol is not not adjustable machine, and we all can do that through the DAO feature. When the conditions are worse, we can tweak it as a community. When the conditions are better, we can tweak it the other way. That's why we want so badly to involve you as a community. The faster, the better. But yeah, it's not it's a flexible machine for sure. It's a flexible machine. And right now it does not need any adjustment to live a long and healthy life.
Okay. What is, like, you seem to be, you're more like the architect, like you handle everything, right? Pretty much. Are you like can I consider you like the heart of the project? Kind of?
One of the ventricles, I guess.
Well, yeah, okay. Cool. Good enough. So with that, being that you've been there through the whole thing, the beginning, the middle, it's launched, it's going, what has been the best part of the whole experience for you, and what's the worst part of the whole experience?
All right, the best part is I remember the feeling when this thing, it was Moonshot Nexus AMA. As far as I remember, we were at 80K, and I remember the feeling when we had modest liquidity, and we saw the way smart contract was managing the liquidity pool, the payouts, all the fee generation, everything. It was working perfectly, and from that point we grew 10 times in terms of TVL. Seeing it really work and really like the way we intended it and we extensively tested it out. That was, I guess, the best part of the whole experience of launching Carol. The worst part was to, the worst part is to be anonymous, because you have to gain trust not through the name that you put out there in terms of your internet personality. You should gain and build trust with actions, and our most telling action is obviously the way Carol works. And over time, those people who we came to, who we wanted to partner with, they hopped on board, and eagerly they saw the protocol develop and pay out and gain liquidity over time, and that what gained Carol credibility and the people that we gained the people that we wanted to collaborate with.
Okay, thank you. Weird question. Do you think there's been any fuck ups so far? Is there anything that you're like, oh fuck, I wish we wouldn't have done that?
Tell
me, I want to know.
Yeah, there have been a few in terms of I would say no. When we were testing out the smart contract mechanics, there have been fuck ups. I would not mention that as a fuck up, like the way you would like to hear it, because it's just a development process.
No. When I say fuck up, I don't mean like you did something bad on purpose. It's just like I just mean like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming, kind of thing. And I want to know what problems you ran across while developing the project, and I'm curious how you adjusted and how you fixed it. That's pretty much the crux. That's the point of my question, to figure out, like, what's the biggest problem you've come across and how did you fix it?
Yeah, we've been playing a long time with the very core of the project, which is a smart contract liquidity pool management system. And yeah, we lost a bunch of ETH when we were testing it out at the very start, because that was something entirely new that we did. The new mechanics, we needed to test it out extensively. But by trial and error and by calculations, we iterated and we arrived at something beautiful and great. Yeah. In terms of develop, I would once again, I would list it as a development fuck up. That was a fuck up when we didn't tested it. We weren't tested it on testnet. We were doing it on mainnet at some point, and there was some mishaps, but yeah, nothing too critical, but embarrassing, I would say. Yeah.
Thank you for that. I've got one other question after that, but is there anything that you think, is there anything we didn't cover, anything that you like feel like we need to know about Carol? Is there anything you think we didn't cover? Anything you'd like to add?
I guess we did a really great and extensive job. You asked some questions that weren't asked in previous AMAs, and I'm grateful for that. The only thing on my mind is that we should not forget to reward those who ask questions. About Carol.
Yeah. So we've got Crypto God. We've got Crypto God. You said 3 people, right?
3 people. Yeah.
So Crypto God, Vina, and you picked the third. I think those have been the 2 most active people I've noticed.
Yeah, me too.
You said 3 people. You said 3 people, right? Sir?
Yeah, three people with three 1,000 Carol bond rewards. I remember Moonshot Max
Ooh, yeah.
actually.
Oh,
Tell
he's
you
rich
more.
though. Oh, he's rich though. God damn
Exactly.
it. I'm just kidding. Okay,
Yeah,
it works.
or Vine.
So, Crypto
Hey,
God,
don't
Crypto
hate on
God.
Moonshot. He's trying to get his ducats the way he
I,
knows how.
I, I'm just messing, dude. Because I don't like, I hate random giveaways. I hate random giveaways so much. So it's always going to be the people that I notice that are here, that are paying attention, that are following us, that are supporting us. It's those people. Vina's always here. Never talks. You're gonna have to start talking eventually, fucker. But
Hey,
Crypto God always talks. I thank you guys. You're awesome. Moonshot, that was an awesome question. Seriously, I wouldn't have thought about it myself.
I like the Moonshot's question. I wanted to ask a question just like that. That's kind of why I asked him about exploring other blockchains, because I thought that Carol would be something that was very interesting on Pulse Chain, and if it could come to Pulse Chain, how interested would he be in working with Pulse Drip? That was
Well,
going to be my question.
here's a second thing, Peter. For the idea, they don't have to go to Pulse Chain. They don't have to go anywhere. If you're going to do a partnership, it can be something where it's cross-chain partnership. For example, Pulse Strip can take whatever out of their treasury and bridge it over and invest into this protocol, blah blah blah, and then when they bring it back, they bring it back that way. So they don't necessarily have to go to a different blockchain to
And
facilitate cross-chain partnerships, so to speak.
yeah, if I may butt in, is TLS as a token, not to, doubt any TLS maxis out there, is it that enticing and
Yes.
exciting as Ethereum on base? You are not dealing with Ethereum on the main net, on the main chain, I would say,
Well,
because the
I
fees are ridiculous. You are stacking your ETH with a fast and cheap layer two, and you still deal with pure ETH.
mm, I think Pulse does. I think Pulse can a lot of legs. Me personally, I think the sex suing Pulse is probably the best thing that could have ever happened to Pulse Chain. That's me. Because they're gonna lose
I
and they're gonna
second
lose
that.
good, and it's gonna be beautiful. Richard's gonna make a twerking video. He's gonna make like a movie about his win. He's gonna buy billboards, and even more people are gonna know about Pulse Chain
Okay.
than before, because
And
this man is such a sore winner. Like when he wins, he's gonna let everybody know. And apart from Pulse Chain's merits as a chain itself, just the fact that it's going to get that much publicity, and I really do believe they're going to win against the SEC, and that stamp that they won is going to be like, oh shit, we need to go to Pulse Chain. I think that's hella bullish for Pulse Chain. Um, Not financial advice, any of that. That's just my personal opinion. I think the that whole maxim, any news is good news, is like yay for Pulse. You know what I mean? But that's me. My very last question, sir, for you. It's not really a question, but can you, for the people that are going to fast forward to the end of this, give me an elevator pitch? Like, give me, like if I saw you in an elevator and you had 5 minutes to tell me about Carol Protocol, sell me this pen. Oh, actually, this is a marker, but you know what?
All right, man. If you want your ETH to work for you in a very exciting way, and you don't really need to do a lot about that, how would that sound? That's Carol for you. Carol
Mm,
is your if you know that Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin, if you really believe that, and we are um, one of those people, you should go and stack your Ethereum as much as possible, and never lose your capital. But you wouldn't just like to hold it and never do anything with it. You should go. I would suggest that you go. You shouldn't. You never have to do anything that people tell you. But I suggest that you go and put your Ethereum to work for you and multiply what you are stacking in terms of Ethereum. And that's basically what Carol does for you. I would leave it at that. Our 5 minutes. Yeah, we
I like
set
it.
up several floors, and I have to hop off. So,
Oh man, I had a quick question.
Ben, go on, sir.
Quick question was, are we too late? And if not, why?
I like it.
sorry, what's the question?
Are we too late? And if we're not too late, why are we not too late?
All right. Yeah, I for some reason I thought you were too late for the AMA. But Carol, you're never too late, man. You're never too late. We are just, we are approaching 1 million, which is one of the tiniest milestones that we have in mind for Carol. That's not to belittle anything that we've achieved so far, but knowing where the next bull market can take us and how good the previous bull markets did us, I would say that you are not too late. You are pretty early to Carol right now at this TVL. It might, in these market conditions, it might 1 million, almost 1 million, may seem as an amazing figure. But remember, we've been through this bear market for several years right now, since like sometime in 2021, I would say. And it's been the most, like it's been the longest one. And we truly forgot what crypto can do when it shines and when it's not constrained. It's not, there are no bottlenecks in terms of, SEC and regulations and stuff. So yeah, that's the answer. That's the answer. We are just approaching 1 million TVL, which is for a protocol like Carol is really pennies.
Okay, I have a question. Hold on.
All right, man. Take your time.
Are you gonna rug us?
Oh, most definitely, man. We are Carol. How could we not?
What? I don't think you heard the question.
I'm just kidding, man.
Huh? Are you gonna rug us? Did you just say yes?
We are Carol. How can we not? No, I'm just kidding, man. There have been multiple AMAs where we justify the name Carol for the protocol like this. It's for the kicks. It's for the fun of it. But it's to show that there can be another Carol. We are living in a multiverse, most definitely, and there is a version of Carol that actually delivers and actually cooks. Yeah, and that's the name for you.
Oh, okay. So this is about that Carol. This is about that Carol girl.
All right. Yeah.
I like the name now. I was going to ask a question about that.
So it's about that Carol girl. I saw the logo. I thought it was, but I didn't realize it was actually the. Oh, her name is Carol.
Guys.
I forgot about that.
Like that. I like that.
Some bitch.
I like that. That shit fly.
Okay. It took me I saw the face, Carol Ellison. I saw the face. I saw the thing. It was there in my mind, but I didn't put two and two together. Why the fuck not? What's wrong? What's wrong with you, boy? Anyways, I digress. Yes.
On weird things.
Okay, so you're the anti-Carol. Oh. So you're gonna be you're gonna be our girlfriend, but you're not gonna give away our money. Oh.
Right.
Seven,
Correct.
absolutely.
Oh.
For the
Don't
kicks, for the
forget, she
community,
got dirty knees
for the
too.
fun.
Uh, all right. Well, if you don't rug us, we'll love you forever, Carol. You will redefine Carol. Like people might actually like the name Carol anymore again. Um.
Might have to do a Karen.
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, a Karen or a Ken. So maybe if you move different chains, it could be the Ken protocol, the Barbie. No, there's no Barbie. What is what's the other words they call them? I don't know. Never mind. Okay,
Hey,
but that
hey,
makes sense.
is Carol? What's the Carol a fork of?
Carol is not a fork of anything, apparently. Well, it's a fork of her mother and father. Ah, sorry. Ah, sorry.
No, I mean it looks like a familiar protocol, so I'm just curious.
Yeah, it reminds me of avarice, farmland, and the like. Okay, so Bean, is there another protocol that you could kind of compare Carol to, sir? That, for the people trying to like really understand it, can you liken it to something else?
Not any our developments and not any developments out there. Yeah,
Fine.
as I mentioned that at
Fine,
the
you're
outset
like,
of the evening,
fine. He's
this
not like
is
the other. They're not like the other girls. Okay, I
not
get it. So there's nothing like, I get it. You're not like the
yeah.
other girls.
If we talk, yeah, we should distinguish between the GUI and the actual protocol that's working in the background. The GUI might be familiar. You can invent, another, uh, conventional thing that's out there, and that's convenient.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but the heart of the beast is different.
I mean, it reminds me of like T-shares or something like that. Not with Hex, but that
Like
project from last
tombs.
bull run. Tomb, yeah.
Yeah, it's like tomb. Yeah. I can see a little development. Like the
The bond.
bonding and then the staking is like the boardroom. You can stay outside. So yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can. Yeah. Um, my questions are done, sir. I thank you very much for coming here. Um, I appreciate your
Thank
time.
you.
I appreciate you taking the time and yeah, I think that was fun. I think I do understand it now. I would love for you guys to come back in a couple months and give us an update and see what's happening. And if that happens, I guess my last question for you is, if you guys come back in 6 months or maybe like 2 or 3 months, what do you think you'll have to tell us? Like, what do you think will be happening?
We've gotten multiple proposals through with our community. We partnered with other promising protocols. We did the shared, you know, I would say, that in terms of
You're rugging us, so you're breaking up.
no, just Tolly, which is my teammate, just entered and he is listening from his device, and I was getting this
Oh,
annoying echo.
okay.
So
Make him stop. Tell him to stop that.
all right, so we've gotten through multiple proposals. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tolly was mentioning
It's
something.
it's
We've
okay.
gotten multiple proposals. We are launched on a new chain. We are so far away that we are actually considering whether we like to go to pay based or not. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I like it.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, man. Most definitely, if we talk of this time frame of 2 to 3 months, I guess the DAO and a new chain is what would have done by that point. If we talk at the span of half a year, we are seeing our DEX, we are seeing multiple liquidity pairs, we're seeing a Carol bridge. Yes, sky's the limit, but most definitely, if we go back in 2 to 3 months, we can talk about our DAO working and our people. That's that.
I like it.
Our people creating proposals and us being launched in a new chain, which is not decided yet because there will be multiple factors and there will be proposals and there will be the voice of our community that's factored in.
Excellent. Well, thank you, sir, for stopping by. I'm going to turn off the recording. For the other guys here, tomorrow we're going to talk to the DGen protocol, and I hope to see you guys here. I'll see you guys next one.